I need to get that cute little 50cc ATV down. That's been up there quite a few years. That was my son's till he outgrew it. Tim's got a young boy that's going to need something to rip around on soon, so we're going to get a little trade going. What do you got in the back here, Tim?
Got some tubing for you.
Ooh.
All the tubings.
Even brought my old one back so I can cut it up and use it on somebody else's junk.
See?
Nice. Quit tormenting my dog.
He started it.
So what do you think, Tim? You think an even up trade will do it for this ATV?
Well, it depends if they fit or not.
Well, if they don't fit, you're going to have to do it over. We'll see how she goes. I got confidence in you, though.
They look pretty dang close. They're around the ball on that one, I think.
Looking pretty good. Tim, how come so many?
X-trees. Gotta have X-trees.
Gotta have X-trees.
Gotta have X-trees.
Hell yeah. Back to present day. Took me a little while, but I managed to find this 304 stainless tubing that Tim bent us up this summer. Out in a couple feet of snow. I found all the pieces. Just to recap on that, I built one side of the exhaust out of just mild steel mandrel bends and tacked them together and gave them to him, and he put them on his machine at work and was able to probe all the tubing and recreate it out of stainless here. And then I only built the one side. He just made a mirror image for the passenger side. Should be all symmetrical, should work out. Let's see if she fits. I got the muffler wedged in there, stuck them tailpipes into it, and compressed the suspension with the tranny jack here so we don't get ourselves in trouble. But she's looking pretty good. Tight. I had them leave all these lengths long. I'm gonna have to cut this back here someplace to get our other tube in. It'll be interesting to get all that trimmed up and fit, but probably drop a V-band flange here. So get these pipes trimmed up and get the next section in. There we go. Been trimming, got her fitting pretty good. A V-band flange shoved in there. You see how long that one is yet. I had to cut like 10.5 inches off of this back pipe. I think I cut, I don't know, about 3 inches off of this end here. And I had to trim another inch off of that one up here. Then I get her tacked up. Well, in order to get started on this other side, I need to trim that pipe back. But I got that muffler right where I want it, and I don't want to disrupt that. And these pipes, I think I can show you here. If I get a light. These pipes shove into that muffler, and they're not absolutely straight, but straight enough to get in there. So pipes don't slide in and out of there very well. So when I pull this pipe out, I'm going to end up screwing that all up. So I think we need to mount that side of the exhaust first. And I can't bring myself to weld a mild steel hanger to that nice stainless tubing. So we're going to use these snapper silicone exhaust mounts here. They use just a piece of plate or a tab and weld to the exhaust. I don't have any stainless material, but I just text my buddy Chad. He's got some, and he's got a plasma table. So he says that if we draw some up and email him some files, he can have them cut out before we even get over there. So let's get some tabs drawn up. Side number 2. Just got some good, I guess those are more than tacks, but welded enough where I could get at easily before we pop her out here and weld it out. The same thing on this side here. The mounts, I just got this side tacked. And that's actually an existing exhaust hanger hole there. That worked out pretty good. And yeah, we're cozy in here. Put the tires back on to make sure we're got good clearance everywhere. We're looking good. Also got us a little tailpipe action going here. I took our test piece we got back from Tim and just knocked it apart and rearranged it into a tailpipe. We're gonna do the same thing as the rest of the exhaust. We're gonna give that to him. He can make that out of stainless and just mirror it again in the software to make our other side. But, yeah, I'm liking it. Getting a little cozy with this fuel pump here. Might have to relocate that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hey, Timmy, how are you?
Hey, Timmy, how are you?
Plenty of clearance, Clarence.
Didn't do too bad of a job there, Tim.
When they give me multi-$1,000 pieces of equipment, they better do pretty fucking good.
Not bad for a job that had little to no room for bend error.
Not much. This one won't be bad either.
Look at that. What? That's a walk in the park there.
Yeah, that's easy.
Piece of cake. Yeah?
Yeah.
I suppose it's about time we install the rest of this air ride kit. Level ride management, height sensors, and pressure. Dual 580 pumps. So now we get to attempt to run some more wiring through this engine bay undetected. So the plan in back here is to stick all that air ride stuff up there on the shelf. It's going to be tight, but I think I can get it in there. And I knew damn well once I start putting that stuff in, it's never coming back out because the line's got to go through the floor, the wiring for the bag, height sensors, and all that stuff. So I figured I'd better address this trunk floor before we get started on that stuff. They had some type of weird spray glue in here. They must have had carpet glued in here at one point, and there was just a little bit of surface rust started. So I wire wheeled the whole works out and hit her with this just cheap undercoat spray, or bed liner, I guess it is. I got the trunk set up, about ready to go in. I just took a piece of, well, it's this 1-inch countertop material here, wrapped that in carpet to try and kill some of the vibration from them pumps. It's going to be really tight in there, but I plan to mount the ECU to the whatever the package tray from underneath. So we'll see if we can get this little bugger shoved in there. Drilling my hole for my grommet here. That hole saw was too tall. The drill was hitting up here. So we got out our little step bit there. There we go. Hit a little hard line from the valve to the tank there. Got everything wired. All the wiring's stuffed back behind there and tied up at hidden. And got all my air lines running down through the trunk floor there, as well as the height sensor wiring. Here's a look underneath how them lines are coming through with that grommet there. Everything for the left side, everything for the right side. The wires are in there for the height sensors. There's that 90-degree fitting. It loops over here. That's for the drain on the bottom of the tank. And I ran that back here, and this is just kind of temporary shoved through there, but I've got a tire Schrader valve on there, so I'll be able to drain the water out here and shoot some air in there if I ever get in an emergency situation. So I knocked my tailpipes back off there to finish welding those out. And while they're out, I fished my air lines and the wires for the height sensors up along the frame here, and you can see them poking out right there. So even on the hoist here, you can't even tell that's wired besides for what's in the back there. And coming up the front here, I've got braided line coming out of them bags. This isn't secured where it needs to be. I'm gonna have to build a bracket for my height sensor here. little arm doohickey. But yeah, you get the idea. I've got it just set up to run on pressure only for right now, so I can knock this thing off the hoist, because we got a new customer project coming in here that we need to tend to. What's the matter, Brucey? Suppose I could try the interface on this thing. Normally it would tell you your corner height's up here, but I just got set for pressure only for now. If you can see, it's got individual bags you can adjust, or you can take the front up, the rear up, dump it. Same for the front. But when I get this all set up, you can't see it in this light, but there's presets on here: air out, low, ride height, and lift. So you don't have to screw around looking, watching your pressures. Pretty much hit the button where you want to be and forget about it. So next round we'll get them height sensors in. Those won't be a big deal. I don't know when Tim will have those tailpipes done, because we got to wait till, number one, they run that material. Number two, on that die set, I think that's a 3-inch radius die. So they kind of have to be tooled up and running that material in order for them to bend it. They're not going to set the bender up special for me. So, but we can wait. We got time. We got a little bit of time for this white stuff melts. But we're getting close on this thing. We got a lot to do on the interior yet. It's still a shambles. As you can see, back seat's still out, wires hanging everywhere. And at some point, we're going to have to address this floor pan here. It's the only rust in the whole car, really, right in the driver's floor pan. And I can see why. See the water stain here, so obviously the window leaked. But that doesn't scare us. We've also got some gauges to go in here yet, so stick around for that. We have to take a break on this old girl, because we got a second-gen Camaro coming in the shop for a swap. Thank you to all the subscribers. We're getting real close to 1,000 at the time we're recording this. We're within 50, so thank you guys very much, and we'll see you on the Camaro project.